Senior high school students in the northern region are calling on government to supply them with food items. The students lament they are being served rice without meat or fish or Tom Brown with salt, a situation they describe as worrying.
Management of the various senior high schools have threatened to close down the schools due to the failure of government to supply them with food items and money for perishable goods. This was communicated by some regional secretaries of CHS and headmasters of schools in the country. In the northern region, heads of all the schools visited by Metro News refused to comment. However, students who spoke to Metro News were not happy with the kind of meals being served. They have therefore called on government to intervene. At Ghana Senior High School in Tamale, students say they are served Tom Brown with salt for breakfast.
Now, the lunch is always the WMD story, and the supper is only Tuesday. That's what we have been eating now in the schools. And breakfast is only Tom Brown every day, day in, day out. The government must provide us more food because they are saying there's no food. That's why they have been doing this. But if the government provides food for us, it will help us.
The food is not enough. We are not, if we eat them, we are not satisfied. When we go to the dining hall, they one large
breakfast is only Tom Brown, and then supper is only TZ, and then dry open. And there's a line we used to take only Gary and beans. So it will not help us. We are begging with the government to provide us more food.
We have been joined in studio by the Deputy Spokesperson at the Ministry of Education, Yao Opoku-Mensah, for a discussion on this worrying situation. We have seen videos and heard reports of SHS students being served food without meat or fish. Some have complained of shortage of food. Have you seen the videos?
Yeah, good evening to yourself and to our lovely viewers. Now, we've had various complaints from the media outlet, and our checks indicate, and as we send our team on the ground, taking reports from our school heads and our coordinators, both from buffer stock and free SHS coordinators and regional directors, seems to paint a different picture as is being reported in the media. Yes, we do take cognizance of the fact that there was a disruption in this food supply chain that we're giving out to schools. But as we speak, for the past 3 months, we haven't heard of these food shortages, and it comes to us as a surprise what is being reported in the media. And in the morning, we were told that it was emanating from the Volta region. We did our checks, and that wasn't the case as it's being reported. But as we do hear them, we take action and see what the actual facts are, and if the need be, and we get it as the fact may be. Quickly, items are sent to the various schools for them to have a conducive atmosphere for teaching and learning. So we do we are on the ground, and we are taking data and speaking as to how the situation is. But I can assure you and the general public that our food situation in our schools are stable. There are enough food in our schools to feed our students. And the system is to ensure that we do create a conducive atmosphere for teaching and learning. And that is the essence of quality education, so that we can have a better outcomes. So parents should be rest assured we're on the ground, that we are doing our best to ensure that our kids, our students, our wards are fed 3 times a day as expected.
Thank you, sir. The PTAs in some schools are trying to help by providing some food, but we are told the headmasters are rejecting them for fear of being victimized. Why are you gagging them?
That is not the case. For example, if God being so good to me, and I feel that I have to contribute my quota to my alma mater, nobody will stop you. But what the government or the policies seek to do is that we don't use the school platform as a means of collecting levies that are not approved by the system. So therefore, we don't want a situation whereby a student sits in class and the school comes to drive the student away as a result of the parent owing a PTA, of which you know definitely that the student isn't a member of the parent association. So therefore, if you have any collection to do, you do so with the parents. The parents must do it on their own. It's an association that is outside the management of the school, and therefore we don't see a private entity being part of the school system. So that is how it is. But you can make a donation. As you said, you can go into your school, any secondary school, and make a donation. People are building. For example, if you go to TMAS, individuals, those students and private individuals have been able to put up a school clinic for them, a construction of a girls' dormitory ongoing by a private individual. These are means of contributing your quota towards the development of our society. And we are not arguing against anybody who goes on that venture. What we do prevent schools from doing is to use the school platform as a means of collecting levies that goes to affect the smooth running of the school, where teaching and learning should be in progress. That we wouldn't entertain that. And students are not part of the association. If a parent owes, it is the association's duty to see how possible best they can map a strategy to get their monies for whatever venture they want to do. But you cannot use the school platform to do that.
When should the schools expect supplies or money to buy their perishable items?
Supply, as per the arrangement, 70% of whatever is fed in the school is supplied by buffer stock, and the 30% is the perishables that is added up. What we do is, now monies are released to schools within a quarter basis, and government knows as to the date that perishable items should be given out. And we are consistent with that. And it forms part of the whole component of the feeding system. So that is why we've never had any report from any school that in the morning students weren't fed breakfast, in the afternoon students weren't fed lunch, in the evening students weren't fed supper, or in the school day students who are entitled to one hot meal were not given that. We don't hear of those stories. It tells you government is up to date in terms of ensuring that we do have an impact that is per the management level, so that there wouldn't be any disruption in the academic calendar. So that has been what we're doing. And any item that should be given out to the schools should be given out to the heads for smooth administrative purposes. Government does that so that we can still, as I repeated, as I stated earlier, to have a conducive environment for teaching and learning.